Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package for today. I'm your presenter, Alian Christopher. Here's a look at the headlines for today. The DAPD launches its first ever 60-minute video. Colombia continues to support Dominica in water resource management. And the Princess Margaret Hospital receives a donation from a Dominican in Austria. Stay tuned for these and other stories when CBN4's Primetime News returns.
L'année signe tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nid pour yo ouais si l'année pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. En compagnie moun qui ni maladie HIV P ni TB aussi. Savent qui l'année guérison pour TB. Ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur. Prends responsabilité. Aidez du bout de sime maladie TB et HIV. Ou agir tout le monde pour examiner corps yo.
And welcome back. The Princess Margaret Hospital has received a donation of about 32,000 euros, equivalent to 99,000 EC dollars, from Daryl Toulon Charity, a prominent Dominican based in Austria. The accomplished ballet dancer in December 2017 organized a charity gala, Daryl Toulon and Friends Benefit Gala for Dominica, in Graz, Austria, which raised the funds for the Hurricane Maria ravaged country. Daryl, with over 40 international artists performing various genres from classical to gospel and rock music, song and dance, presented over 2 hours of solid performance to a huge gathering in Graz. In a letter to the Ministry of Health and Environment, Toulon stated there were fellow Caribbean artists. The 31,000 euros will be used for the procurement of the equipment for the blood bank, which was destroyed by Hurricane Maria in 2017. In a response letter to Toulon, the Princess Margaret Hospital Services Coordinator Clayton Bryan expressed thanks and gratitude on behalf of the Government of Dominica, the Ministry of Health and Environment, the management team of the Princess Margaret Hospital, together with the staff and patients. The funds were deposited in a special account at the National Bank of Dominica. And proprietor of New Beginning Gifts and Leather and the president of the Dominica Arts and Craft Producers Association, Vanessa Lisa Winston, said her invitation to be part of the first ever Commonwealth Fashion Exchange in London came at the right time. Winston represented Dominica at the Buckingham Palace, where her piece she created for the event, a corset belt, was on display.
I think the timing was probably the best of everything else, because it helped me refocus and realize that, actually realize my true potential, and especially at the time that the Dominica have just gone through a storm and a lot of people had lose hope and so forth. I think the opportunity was also not just for me, but also was for us as Dominicans to realize that, you know, we do have hope, and we are a resilient bunch of people.
Winston also indicated that she learned quite a lot from her trip to London.
Well, I learned basically that, you know, a lot of us sometimes we look at different events and we look at probably the television and we look at different persons and we sort of aspire to be these people and aspire to reach where they are, not knowing that we ourselves, with our true potential, whatever we do as individuals, if we do it to the best of our ability, and we do it with the passion and with the love and the honesty that we have to do it, we too can be and can reach certain levels that we never dreamt of. So it was a real learning experience, and the trip even get me even more humble as a person, as an individual, to understand and to be able to aspire and encourage others to do more and to do whatever that they do it at the best of their ability at the point in time, and never, you know, second guess yourself. But it was interesting.
Winston said her corset belt is on display at the Australian House in London and will be shown to the heads of the Commonwealth when they meet. The corset belt will also be on show at another meeting in New York. And the Dominica Association of Persons with Disability is all set to host its 4th annual Reggae on the Beach L'Original at the Purple Turtle Beach in Portsmouth on April 7th. The DAPD is teaming up with the Portsmouth Association for Yachting Services, PAYS, and Frederick Huard for the event.
We are alive. We are standing for the APD, and this year is a very special one because, as everybody knows, September was a hard time for Dominica, and of course, priority is given to the care of every second, to even having a certain life possible in Dominica since September. So making a reggae on the beach should be a little bit out of the planning of the program. However, I thought that it is part of giving a message that we are strong, all together we can do it, and this year everyone who is participating to Reggae on the Beach is committed to zero budget. That means everybody is working for free. They come all behind me again for the cause, for the APD, for free. Because we are resilient, because we love Dominica, because it is our passion, because the APD are, such as us, a community with needs, and special need by the way, but we are strong and enough that all the world community has come on board.
A number of artists have already pledged their commitment towards the DAPD's 4th annual Reggae on the Beach L'Original. Hurricane Maria may have done a wonderful job at destroying Dominica's forest, but organizations such as the Forestry, Wildlife and Parks Division, along with a number of chainsaw operators, have done exceptionally well in dealing with the mass amounts of fallen trees in the area. Here's Marisa Stedman telling us a little more about the fallen trees.
One remembers that after the passage of Hurricane Maria, our very first thought was how badly our forest was devastated, having noticed a number of huge fallen trees, some that will be irreplaceable. According to the gentleman that you see behind me, he's a chainsaw operator. He's demonstrating that a lot of the logs that is simply sitting on the ground can be made use of. According to him, we must remember that Dominica's forest is rich, having many species of trees that all have various uses. He's asking that persons make use of the fallen trees rather than simply let it rot away. Marisa Stedman reporting from Portsmouth, CBN4 News.
And thank you, Marisa, for that report. And stay tuned, we'll be back with more coming up after the break.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You will expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
Welcome back to the Primetime News Package. President of the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, Irma Raymond Joseph, has described the launching of the DAPD's 60-minute documentary as a historic moment. The association launched its video at its office on Wednesday.
Historical moment for DAPD, where we will be launching our documentary film. And it could not have been done without so many of the actors part of it. But most of all, we say thanks to UNDP for this opportunity to do this major project, which will form part of our whole programming. Also, we have with us from
the UNDP provided funds for the production of the video and produced by Baba Richards. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Environment, Davis Layton, has stated that the government of Dominica is currently doing repairs on a number of health facilities on the island. Layton said so far, Belvis-Chopin, La Plaine, Warner, Dubla, Calibishi, Woodford Hill and Dodan are at advanced stages of completion.
We are in the process of awarding contracts for areas like Soufriere, Scotshead, Point Michel, Dailies, Wetica. We will soon, Foncolé, Newtown. We're hoping to begin refurbishment on that building very shortly to relocate the Newtown Health Services. And in a number of the other areas, we have done the technical assessment and bills of quantities, and the works have already gone out to tender. So very shortly, we are hoping that before the hurricane season begins in June, that if not 100% of the health centers would be re-roofed. I don't want to say that all the refurbishing works would be complete, but certainly we want to ensure that all the roofs are up, and not just that they are, redone, but redone in a more resilient manner. That is why, in a sense, the repairs have taken a little longer, because it was not a case where you were just going to throw galvanized on a roof, but you had to ensure that you were going to build to withstand a similar category hurricane in the future, and that we have been paying very close attention to ensuring that we take into consideration the specifications that have been given to us for more resilient structures post-Hurricane Maria.
The Permanent Secretary also noted that the contract for the additional works has been approved for Clinic in a Can for Pichelin. He said the Clinic in a Can is a welcome contribution for the Pichelin community. And also in the news, Jazz Sales and Services Limited, SCL, and Simpson Strong Tie announced today its collaboration in hosting a training symposium on Thursday, April 5th at the St. Alphonse Parish Hall in Goodwill. This event is meant to demonstrate the proper installation of timber ties, particularly as it relates to building of roofs. Jazz Sales and Services is primarily known in the construction industry for roadworks, retaining walls and water tanks, and is a supplier of Simpson Strong Tie on the island. The Simpson Strong Tie is a world leader in the construction industry, providing customers with products that enhance the strength and safety of their structures. Simpson Strong Tie provides a wide range of hurricane ties and various fixing accessories that will be on display and available for purchase at the training symposium. The Minister responsible for Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Francine Barron, has announced that the government of the Republic of Colombia has been very active in the provision of technical support to Dominica in the area of water resource management. Dominica's Foreign Minister also noted that DOWASCO continues to have a healthy relationship with its Colombian counterparts, the Colombian Directorate of Meteorology.
partnership with DOWASCO covers training in hydrology, training in data collection and use, and water quality monitoring and treatment. Agreement has been reached on a second phase of collaboration, and this includes the provision of feedback and advice on Dominica's water resource management policy, including the information aspect of the policy, capacity building for leak detection, and further training in hydrology and water quality.
Francine Barron said even before the passage of Hurricane Maria, the government of Dominica had agreed on an exciting collaborative program. And stay tuned, we'll be back with more after the break.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You'll expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
There are signs everywhere. Pay attention whether you're male or female. Visit your health center to get screened. It's a preliminary test to determine if you are exposed to the HIV virus, an STI, or tuberculosis. Some people who are HIV positive also have tuberculosis. But there's hope. Tuberculosis can be cured. And yes, you can live a full life with HIV. Talk to your doctor. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB, HIV. Encourage everyone to get tested.
And a press release from the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs in the government of Trinidad and Tobago today has stated that in an unqualified way, the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs regrets the misinterpretation of the position of Trinidad and Tobago offered by a public official of Trinidad and Tobago during a meeting of the Permanent Council of the Organization of American States, which was held on the 23rd of March, relative to a request from Dominica for a waiver of its financial contribution to that organization for the years 2018 to 2019. Currently, an investigation into the briefing arrangements of the public official and the circumstances involved in the discussion at the OAS is underway. Shortly, a report, as requested, would be made available to the Honorable Prime Minister. The release also said Trinidad and Tobago's solidarity with the people of Dominica is without question. The actions, cooperations, be it technical, financial or diplomatic, with Dominica and advocacy over time recently in the aftermath of Hurricanes Erika and Maria, attest to the strong and abiding relationship between Dominica and Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs wishes to reiterate its unwavering support for Dominica, tangibly demonstrated in Trinidad and Tobago's recent aid and expressions of empathy to that country. A suggestion by the public servant at an OAS meeting that Dominica's dues not be collected at this time but be deferred to some future time in no way reflects any change in the demonstrated concerns of Trinidad and Tobago for the welfare of the people of Dominica. And authorities in Venezuela faced an onslaught of national and international outrage over a blaze in a police station's jail, in which 68 people died in one of the worst disasters to hit the country's desperately overcrowded detention facilities. Visitors were among those who perished as fire and smoke engulfed cells in the police headquarters in Valencia, Venezuela's third biggest city, located in the northern Carabobo state near the capital Caracas. Prisoners' rights groups said that 66 other people were killed and they were all male detainees. And we have come to the end of the Primetime News package for today. On behalf of the entire CBN4 team, I am Alian Christopher saying have a happy Easter. Do enjoy yourself, but be safe.